Hey guys, I have a Dual-Lite LED exit sign. This was one of the last, if not the last, model from the Excalibur series. It was manufactured in the late 90s. It has Spectron self-diagnostics. As you can see, the LED indicator is green, indicating that the battery is fully charged and everything is operating normally. Now, what threw me off about this exit sign when I first purchased it, I actually got it new unused off eBay, which I thought was pretty cool. But what threw me off is that whenever it goes into emergency mode and then the power is restored, it stays in emergency mode for 15 minutes and will continue to drain the battery. This is because some of the commercial, maybe like high wattage light bulbs like the HID or something like that, they take about 15 minutes to fully start up. And so this sign stays in emergency mode to allow those light bulbs to fully come to full brightness. Also, the other Excalibur lights signs have this little down light right here. Normally there's incandescent bulbs inside these signs and the light will shine down from that little window. But since this has an LED like board in it, it does not shine down. So that's unique about this sign in particular from the series. If you were to hit the self-test button, it does a 5-minute cycle and it indicates the status of the unit. Let me go ahead and take this thing apart. To take the cover off, it is a little bit complicated, or it's not super complicated, but you have to pry off the covers and then pry open the front. There's not really a user serviceable part in there, so I don't take it apart normally. To remove the top plate, we're going to loosen the screw. Go ahead and take this out by hand. Yeah, we have to fully remove the screw right here. Oops. Okay, now that the screw is removed, we're gonna pull out. This is where the screw goes in. On the other side, it just kind of slides in there. So let's take a look here. Excalibur series, model number LEW-15-X2. I don't see a specific date, but I do know it was manufactured in the late 90s. Here's all the circuitry. It normally takes a 6 volt 2.5 amp hour pure lead battery. It's the style that has what it looks like to be 3 D cell batteries wrapped in plastic. Those replacements are expensive, and when I look at the measurements, they are a little bit too big to fit inside this little groove right here, this little pocket. With the other versions of the signs, well, then maybe it could fit, but because they have it blocked off right here, there's a little metal divider, it just does not fit. So I had to buy a sealed lead acid and it works fine. This is only like a 1.4 amp hour battery, but it still works though. To be honest, this was probably the hardest to install exit sign I've ever owned. I've installed many exit signs, but this was by far the hardest to install. It does have like a safety catch in case this screw were to come out and this thing were to open and the sign were to fall, it would catch by this right here. Yeah, very hard to install. We have the transformer. This unit was actually 277 volts, but I capped off the red wire and then ran the regular black 120 volt wire up here. I can't take it apart right now, but the way they manufacture this unit, if it is a 277 volt unit, it only works with 277 volts, unless you go and bypass that wire and then route the 120 volt up to, there's like a little plug that touches the mounting base. It's actually pretty easy to do. So let's hit the self-test button. Here, first let me show you what the sound looks like in the dark. Okay, let's do a self-test. Okay, I'm not sure if you noticed that, but the light went brighter. Unlike the other units, other unlike the other Spectron units, I should say, the later series, it does not show any indicator that it's actually testing. It just looks like the power's out. But 5 minutes later, it's going to restore to normal operation, and the little LED indicator will indicate what the status was of the test. Thank you for watching. Okay, so the Spectron test has ended. It's flashing green, which means initial charge. So let's give it a second to top up the battery a little bit. Okay, now it's to red, which means that it is charging the battery. So from the looks of it, everything went normally. The lamps are working. The battery's in good shape. It just needs to be recharged after the test. So thank you for watching.